Hey guys, it's been a little while. This is Dan from TCGGuild. Many of you remember me from my previous channels. And I have a wonderful deck profile to present to you. Justimon. I'm sure many of you have seen my other YouTube channels or have known me to play superhero decks. Yu-Gi-Oh!, Buddy Fight, Vanguard, superhero stuff, always been into. And from the beginning of Digimon, I've been waiting for this card for the longest time. Now, this is a proxy, not the real card. It's going to be a little while before we get it in English. But since it came out, and thanks to DigiDev, they've been making the proxies, and I printed it out. I'm going to be testing it and showing deck profiles and upgrades and updates as time passes, and pick up as many cards as I can and show some battles with these. So all you Justice players, superhero, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai lovers, get ready. We're going to have some justice in Digimon. So this is deck profile. Before we get into the deep detail of it, here is a picture of the complete deck list. For those who don't want to watch the whole thing and you just want to see the deck list, here it comes. Alrighty, let's start off with the eggs. So we are running one Pagumon. The on deletion effect, reveal the top card of your deck, add it to your hand if it's a black Digimon card. Otherwise, place it at the bottom. It's a good backup. Right now, I can't think of anything that can be a good backup to your main egg, which is for Hopmon. Its inherent effect only during your turn. While you have a black tamer in play, the Digimon gets 1000 DP. Very powerful, giving your Justimon or really anything that extra power can really help push over and punch other Digimon. So this is, from my testing, a mandatory 4 of. This is a decent backup. The deck is fast enough where you don't really need the 5th egg, so you could take it out. But I like it at 5 for now. If you can think of something else, or if something else comes out, this Pagumon could be replaced. But currently right now, with what has been revealed and what we have, this is so far the best baby that I have tested with. Now with Tamers, we're going to go with 4 Ryu. So Ryu has an amazing ability. On play, reveal the top 4 cards on the top of your deck. Add 1 card with Dramon, that's important, Dramon, or Justimon among them and to your hand, and place the rest in the bottom of your deck. Okay, so reveal the top 4, add a Dramon, which is pretty much most of the line and some, or Justimon, your main card. And then during your turn, when a black Digimon attacks, you may rest or suspend this tamer to have that Digimon gain plus 1000 DP until the end of your opponent's next turn. Really good. Outside of aggressive plays, it brings really good defensiveness. So you can swing with your black Digimon, rest this, give it the plus 1000. Now that plus 1000 is sitting on that Digimon, so it gives it a higher DP. So that way it requires your opponent to put more work to punch back at it. If you have a bunch of these on the field, they do stack. So just imagine resting all 4. That's plus 4000 DP. And that's really good. With a Justimon, that's a 15k Justimon. Opponent's gonna have a hard time beating it down. And then the other tamer I'm running, 2 Izzy. Right now, I am contemplating between 2 to 3 Izzy. Through more playtesting, I'll find out. So far, 2 has been sufficient. I was running 2 Izzy and 2 Izzy Joe. It's a little over excessive. I'd rather fit space for other things. This is a tamer-based deck, but it doesn't... I feel like if I put too much, it brought a little inconsistencies. Obviously, as more things come out, we might find better tamers. Currently, right now, this is what I'm testing with, and it has been successful. The memory reset to 3 is really powerful, so he has that ability if you have 2 or less memory, set it to 3. Really powerful. The on-play effect to reveal the top 3. If all of them are black, gain a memory, and then rearrange it. That scry or rearranging ability has been really helpful for me to be able to get my Justimon pieces or get the pieces I'm missing that I can search for or whatnot. He's been really good. I might put him to 3. There could be Izzy Joe for more memory. We'll find out. If I'm going to fit anything, to fit another tamer would actually take out some options. And I only run 3, and that's Black Memory Boost. Black does not have very much draw. It has decent search power, but that's it. There isn't very much draw to the deck. So this Black Memory Boost is really useful to be able to get the pieces we need. Secondly, it has that special delay ability to gain the extra +2 memory. I cannot express how useful that is. Playing the 3, search the piece, go for the Justimon, and then get that Black Memory Boost. So to give that extra +2 memory, especially if the opponent's trying to memory starve you, if you don't have the Izzies and it's just Ryu, you get that 3 memory, you go Justimon, you start punching in face. It's been really, really good. I love it. If I were to put another teamer, it would be to take out 1 Black Memory Boost. So far, I love the Black Memory Boost at 3. It has been very useful every game. So up to you, but this is all I run. I don't really run much destruction. Justimon deck is really punch hard deck. It's not about the control. If I were to run an option, it would be the 7 cost option where it kind of destroys everything on the field. Gorgon Swats, or it's a complicated name to say, but that would be the only option I'd play. Maybe a 1 of. Where it destroys, pretty much all level 5s and lower, so 7 cost less. So something to think about. We'll see how it goes through playtesting, but so far this has been really good. I prefer consistency over to kind of, little random techs, but we'll see. All right, let's talk about rookies. First off, Justimon. Or Stank Mouse, as I call it. Jumon's ability to be able to help against that memory gain is very useful. The all turns, opponent cannot gain memory except with tamer cards. This is really powerful against blue decks since they have that Hammer Spark, their own memory boosts. 2 seems to be sufficient. It's so far one of the better black cards you can run when it comes to, not based on Justimon, a good tech ability. This could be replaced for other cards, but so far the Justimon has been useful. Next, 4 Commandramon. Why? Well, remember how I spoke how Ryu can add a Drummon? Well, Commandramon's one of them. Some people have been talking about running Commandramon Debouquet Justimon. That's a discussion for another day. I'm not too crazy about it. I like this build. This has been working very, very well. It punches very, very hard. But anyway, Ryu can search Commandramon. If Ryu does not hit any of the Drummon line for Justimon, you have the ability to get Drummon and then soon in the level 4s, Seal Drummon. It allows you to add a card. That's why I like it. And then that kind of little bit of rookie rushness to it has been really useful too. And helps memory starve. So far, it's been running well. It can be replaced. It all depends what other things you're going to be getting. But temporarily, it has been running wonderfully. Next, the start of the engine, or the start of the tribal, Monodramon. Amazing effect. On play, reveal 4 cards on the top of your deck. Add all black tamer cards among them to your hand, and then place the rest in the bottom. Keyword, all. So if you reveal 4 Ryus on the top of your deck, that's 4 Ryus you add to hand. Very, very strong effect. I have not been very good about getting really much. I've whiffed here and there with it. But that searchability, deck thinning is deck winning, has been very, very useful. And to me, the MVP, Sunrizimon. Justimon hits 13 plus every time. This Sunrizimon is amazing. If you don't have him, pick him up. He has the inherent ability where if your black Digimon has 13,000 DP or more, it gains secret attack +1. Remember, Justimon, which we'll talk about, has multiple attacks. That's a lot of damage coming through. If not, on the field, during your turn, if a black Digimon with 13 DP has that 13 DP power, it gains piercing. So even then, even if it's not under it, you're going to be able to give your Justimon piercing. That is really strong. This card has so much potential to just grow and get stronger as we get more and more black cards. So this lineup has been running really well. For sure, these two cards, these 6 can possibly be switched with more support, but I believe that Justimon is going to be a staple. If anything, a minimum of 3, but 4, I've always wanted to make sure that he is under my Justimon because he really sets up a lot of hard plays. Alrighty, let's start off with level 4s. Justimon. Same thing like I explained with Commandramon. Ryu can add it. That is the only reason why it's here. It's a blocker. It's a 6k blocker, which is nice. It's just another card that can be added. It's just a little more consistency. So it's good. It can be replaced. It all depends what we get. I'm going to be saying that a lot and through many videos. Next, for Grumblemon. It's a hybrid. This deck runs a lot of tamers, or a decent amount. So Grumblemon will be utilized. And since this deck is an aggressive deck, Grumblemon will help finish the game. So the ability, you may Digivolve this from your hand onto a black tamer and treat it as a level 3. So the tamer as a level 3. So this is just extra pressure. And then Strike-Dramon. When Digivolving, reveal 4 cards to the top of your deck. Add 1 black tamer card among them to your hand. Place the remaining to the bottom of your deck. More searching, more consistency. Really, really strong. And then it has an amazing inherit effect where once per turn, if you have 2 or more black tamers in play, you gain a memory. Now it's once per turn. So when you're swinging, you gain a memory. Very strong. Helps, extend your plays. The search ability is really useful to be able to get your Ryus. Very good. So this is so far the lineup. Next, level 5s. 4, Volcanomon. Same principle with Justimon. Security attack +1 is really, really useful with Justimon. Justimon has a multiple attack or a restanding ability, so getting that extra pressure security has been really useful. I have tried other level 5s. There is the War Monzimon. He's been nice, but I feel like getting a really nice stack with good inheritable effects is critical. There is the other Digimon, I'm forgetting the name, but that it can give plus DP. That's useful, but Justimon is going to keep giving himself a bunch of power. So that DP extra is nice, but Justimon can get really big by himself. So out of testing, Volcanomon has been the most useful for that extra security. Then, one of the stars, Cyberdramon. This card is nuts. First off, he's a 10 DP, 10,000 power. He can punch through a lot. So if you have under him a Hotmon, he's swinging for 11. He can swing and beat down most level 6s. That's really strong. If you have Ryu, you rest him. Make him a 12. More level 6s you can punch through. So just by himself, he can take on level 6s. So that is extremely powerful. Now, he has another strong ability. When you Digivolve, you can play a Ryu from your hand without paying its memory cost. Boom, you're setting up more tamers for more combo plays. Second, during your turn, if you don't have a tamer in play, you cannot attack the player. So it's kind of, the whole concept in lore where Cyberdramon can... it's hard to control unless, Ryu tames him. It's same concept. So, and then it has one of the most broken effects so far, in my opinion, with inherits. If you have 2 tamers, again, 2, when you attack, de-Digivolve by one of your opponent's Digimon. That is so powerful. The ability to be able to de-Digivolve and control. You can get de-Digivolve a blocker, de-Digivolve a threatening Digimon. It's really, really strong. This is a very well-made level 5. All right, level 6s. 2 Gankumon. So far, I have yet to find a level 6 Digimon that really works well with Justimon. We have not been revealed everything, so this is very likely going to change. But Gankumon is overall a good level 6. When Digivolving, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Field control. Second, during your turn, while your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon, security attack +1. And it is a 12k. So if you have Hotmon under him, and let's say you have Sunresimon under him, that's 13 power. So he's already swinging for extra security. So he's been running really well. I have liked him. He has been a good control. But we'll see in time if it is worth keeping him or possibly replacing him with something else. Now, the big boy, Justimon. When Digivolving, activate one of the following effects. Number 1, this Digimon gains plus 2000 DP for the turn. Number 2, unsuspend this Digimon. Number 3, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. Okay, so he has that ability, one of these abilities when he Digivolves. Okay, very good effect, similar to Imperialmon. You can restand, swing with your level 5, go, and then restand when you devolve Justimon. His secondary effect is amazing. When attacking, once per turn, activate this Digimon's when Digivolving effect for each tamer you have in play. Each tamer, not once, each tamer. Now, keep in mind, this ability activates all at once. So even if you have 4 or 5 tamers in the field, you do not restand 4 or 5 times so far. That is what the ruling states. He will always be able to restand once. And let's say you have 3 tamers in total. You can activate all 3 effects. So you can activate the +2, the destruction, and the restand. And you can pick different ones. So for example, you swing, you activate the restand, and let's say that you have nothing to destroy. You can give the power boost for the rest of the tamers. So let's say you have a total of 4 tamers, right? Restand, 1 tamer used. You have 3 other tamers, you can use its ability, give him plus 6,000 DP. He can punch through pretty much anything. That's what's amazing about Justimon. He'll be able to unsuspend, get an extra attack, and then you can either destroy a bunch of cards or give himself a huge power boost, which will trigger and activate Sunresimon, because you need just 13. So by himself already, he's going to become a 13. But anything higher than that, he's going to be able to punch through anything. Extremely powerful Digimon. I am so excited that he finally has been released, and he has a very powerful effect. Hopefully we'll be getting other arm forms, as we know that there are 2 other arm forms that he has, and which will only strengthen this deck even more. But he himself applies so much pressure. The restanding, the destruction, and the power. That combination of Sunresimon and Volcanomon is very, very strong, which we'll talk about more in combos. But that security attack +2 on a restander, if you add up the math, that's a lot of damage. Now, to finish this off, let's talk about the level 7. And that level 7, Chaosmon. Yeah, Chaosmon. Not a Zwart, not an Omni, Chaosmon. Why? This deck is aggressive. As we know, Justimon can restand and attack. Unfortunately, Black does not have a Blitz form like a Blitz Omnimon. So what is the next best thing? Chaosmon. So Chaosmon has the ability, it has piercing. Okay, great. And the when Digivolving. Kind of semi-blitz, but not really, but kind of. So unsuspend this Digimon. Then it can attack your opponent's Digimon. This allows you to attack an unsuspended Digimon as well. So you swing with Justimon, right, towards security. And then they have a Digimon in play. You want to get rid of it because it's going to be a problem next turn. Or you want to do that little bit of extra damage because they have one security left. Chaosmon, restand, hit that Digimon. You're dealing extra damage. It's just really good. I was thinking of playing maybe the Zwarts, but this deck doesn't really need that swarming ability. It's really all about making a good centered Justimon, hit a bunch of times, and then try to clear some more board with Chaosmon to deal a little bit more damage, which in the end can, end up winning you the game because you can clear their Digimon, completely wipe their board, might be able to poke some at Digimon with Justimon and finish up the rest of the Digimon with Chaosmon. It brings that extra pressure of control and on top of that, damage. So far, Chaosmon to me is going to be an amazing level 7 in this deck. Hopefully, we might get a different level 7 that can make it better, but we'll see in due time. And that is our Justimon deck profile. I know I discussed about possibly talking about combos and things you can do with this deck. I will create a second video about that because this is a long video. This is about the deck profile. I did explain a couple little things, small little combos that you can do with this, but we'll talk more on a second video. Give a thumbs up, typical subscribe, all that hoo-ha. Give me a couple of thumbs up. If I hit at least, 10th likes, I will get that video popped out ASAP. I really hope you guys enjoy this, and stay tuned for more Justimon videos. As soon as this card comes out of Japan, I'm going to put him in the deck and start playing with him. I'm super excited. I really hope he gets an alternate art. So to all of you hero players, we got our boy. Thank you.